All right, everyone, we are now joined by the pole winner for tomorrow's Xfinity Series race, Jesse Love, driver of the number 2 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll start up here with Jacob.
Bob's already smirking at me. That's not a good sign. Let's keep the mic away from him.
I'll ask it in a different way so it's not focused on the appeal. Did you come in, the vibe around you and the team this week, did you come in here feeling like you had a bit of a point to prove?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we put together a dominating performance, and I think that we want more of those. So I feel like I can kind of sense it on my own demeanor. I definitely, will be satisfied when we get more of those performances, and just looking forward to a strong day tomorrow. I've got, plenty of poles now. The team has plenty of poles, and obviously I think it's just a testament to RCR and ECR, CT Springs, and whole Fab Shop and Body Shop that they're doing a really good job and definitely outworking everybody in the field, and we have some things figured out.
We were talking a couple minutes ago about the vibe of this place in the spring. You got a big ARCA win here. You got your first Xfinity win here. What is it about this place when you come in here early in the season? There's so much to play for that has just seemed to suit you the last couple of years coming here.
Yeah, I think it's just the vibe of the whole facility, all the fans in the stands, and I try to kind of feed into that as well. But I just love coming here. Everything about it, whether it be Talladega nights or all the fans on the boulevard or just the sheer cool factor about Talladega, especially in the spring. I just always love the event, so I feel like I try to always put my best foot forward. Not that I don't every weekend, but I feel like whenever there's more pressure on the line, I feel like I do a better job, and this place just puts a little bit more pressure on my shoulders.
We'll go to Bob and then Jordan.
Here we go.
Bob Hawkers, Fox Sports. What have been your emotions since Saturday when you found out that you were DQ'd? Like, are you angry, upset, disappointed, kind of, or just resigned, like whatevs, or kind of what's been your emotions?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of people that I look up to about how to handle the situation. So I feel like I'll answer the whole question like right now, and then kind of leave it and then move on. But I feel like our team deserves to be heard and whatnot. And obviously I don't want to just be a robot. I want to I want people to understand how I feel about it, and not just give the fans and all the media no explanation to what I'm thinking inside my head or feeling. But I think through the process of the appeal, now that NASCAR showed kind of what the problem was in our car, we went into the appeal process with the hopes that we could prove that it was due to damage that we sustained on the racetrack. Having 2 sets of contact on pit road and then hitting the wall about 3 or 4 times that day. And I think that we accomplished that goal throughout the appeal process, and we were able to, prove as much as we possibly could that it was due to damage. I think where the bummer factor is that didn't matter at the end of the day, right? Whether or not we went into the race legal, we sustained damage on the racetrack that caused that, and that doesn't matter, right? So I think that's where I'm a little bit bummed out about it, because my team doesn't deserve to have that press around them. RCR doesn't deserve to have that press around them. Neither does my crew chief, Danny Stockman, and a lot of that falls on their shoulders and his shoulders. So I'm glad that we were able to prove that in a sense, but I'm bummed that it doesn't matter, right? So at the end of the day, I feel like, gotta be careful how I word this, but I feel like I maybe got penalized myself for racing really hard, and I think that's where I am a little bit upset. Having said that, NASCAR has been around a lot longer than I've been alive, and they've been doing this a lot longer than I've been alive, and they have these processes in place for a reason, and it's not me to judge that, right? So I still trust NASCAR that they're doing what and they think in their heart is the right move to keep the racing safe and fair and cost effective and all those bullet points. Just because I'm on the short end of it, I'm not going to all of a sudden, turn my back on on NASCAR itself. I still am really happy to be here, and I still trust Eric Peterson and all the folks in NASCAR that they're doing their best job and their due diligence every week.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Jordan Bianchi, The Athletic. Where were you when you got the news?
I was driving to Shane Van Gisbergen's house. After about an hour or two, I kind of figured something was not quite right.
You keeping the trophy?
Yes, I am. I was waiting on Sammy to text me, but no, I don't. I feel like Denny kept his trophy and all that, so yeah, it's in a safe in my house.
Any additional questions for Jesse? Yeah, we'll go over to Chris.
Chris Knight, CatchFence.com. Doug, Jesse, with you and Austin continuing to have the best speed of the Xfinity Series teams at Daytona and Talladega. What's the mindset for tomorrow, and can you duplicate your win from last year?
Yeah, I hope so, and I believe so. I feel like you can put your best foot forward at these racetracks and not come your way, and you cannot put your best foot forward at these racetracks and still win, right? That's what is kind of weird about the speedways, right? But I still feel like I'm an odds person, and I believe that I can put my best foot forward enough times to be on the winning end of the speedway races. I feel like a lot of the times it's easy to get caught up in how fast your car is and not be focused enough about what's behind you. So even though Daytona went really well for me, and we had a shot to win Atlanta, I'm making a pretty big mindset change that going into this weekend that I think is going to be beneficial, right? Looking at my mirror more and trying to keep guys connected to me. That seems to be tough sometimes because our car has so much speed. So it's really great out front, but kind of hurts me when I'm in the pack, actually. So I think that at some point, right, I'm going to make a move that's not right, or I'm going to make a move that I thought was right and lose some track position, or we're going to take 4 tires and lose some spots, or whatever it may be, right? And I feel like I have a better plan in place now to, when I do lose that track position, get back up front more efficiently.
Additional questions? All right, thank you, Jesse, and good luck tomorrow.